Alright, we should be back online.
We're very, very professional.
Super duper professional.
Oh, you need to put that gun in your hands. So we learned a few things. Welcome back to
Yeah, and we're gonna
post-box.
skip everything here.
Just run. Just run. All you gotta do is skeet. Skeet, 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 skedaddle. Just run. Just run. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We are here. We are here. So here's my question.
Jesus, that was a lot of talking.
Why? Yeah, it was. It was like 3 movies. It's like the B movie meme. That's every conversation in this. Just speed through it. But here's my question, the big multi-million-dollar question here, bud. Okay. Just when they say face recognition check, right? What do they mean by that? What are they implying with a face recognition check?
They want everybody's mask off, but they don't want to.
Well, I'm just saying, how are you going to do that? Like,
No
could
problem.
you, in a military unit, in any military unit you ever served in, could you facially recognize every single person in your unit? Could you be certain? It seems like your kung fu is not doing so well. But elevator fu is. Well, maybe not so much.
Yeah, I'm not hearing hardly anything that you're saying, Tex.
Hold on. Change my audio settings. Thank you, Internet. How's that? Is that better? Testing. Testing? Can you hear me?
Understood. I'm sending additional men to B1 in the show encore. Heighten security in the crew lounge.
Yeah, people can hear me just fine. They can't seem to hear you, though. Man, we must be having some audio issues tonight. Left. And Depp is back.
Wonderful.
It was the box deputy. It was the box. The box did it. The box did it. You know, it's just they saw us climbing up there in numbers, and they're like, we can't have them have that. We gotta fuck those guys up. How do we do it? Don't worry, we'll power through. We're very smart people. We have many intelligences.
Okay, well, I heard that line. Can anyone hear me now?
People can hear you, seems like, just fine. So, something interesting happened on Discord. I don't know which. Now we got everyone. Now let's go forward and kill everyone by shooting them in their feelings.
Attack team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
I love how they call people attack team and guard team, you know? Just having some fun times.
Yeah.
All right, so all we gotta do is open this locker and get out there and make the world less them. Of course, he's just waiting right there, of course, sleeping, staring at you, and waking right as he does. Like some sort of horrible fucking golem. There is balance in the warehouse. The boxes are speaking. Welcome to the Boxcast. I wish I knew what sort of strength it took to kick like metal doors off stuff, but it seems to have been at its peak in the 80s. You know, like that seems to have been the ultimate peak of strength was in the 80s, being able to like kick things apart that were impractical, like in kung fu movies. You'd see people kick people in like through stuff, or you'd see people kick people into other dimensions, or you'd see people kick like a boombox and it would explode into batteries and components. Like they were able to kick things into other realities. That was an 80s and 70s thing. Flying kicks could kill people.
Yep. All right. I appear to be able to hear you once again.
I don't know what's going on. Perhaps it's audio updates or something in Microsoft. God only knows.
Yeah.
I fell asleep and I woke up with Windows 11. So believe me,
nice.
I've been having problems because I have to find out which buttons change which audio settings, because when it did that, it redid all the Discord audio settings and it did all the audio settings in my whole setup for analog into digital. And I love that you're just running with a box across like a perfectly smooth floor. And that nobody says anything. Like the guy does a pan of the camera and there's a box there, and then he pans away and there's a box.
It's moved.
And then it's like, what? That guy's like, hey, that wasn't there. Oh well, none of my business. None of my business.
God damn it! How are they always faster than I am?
Well, because they've had their vitamins. They've had their Ovaltine. I had to explain to people not in America what fucking Ovaltine was. They were like, what's Ovaltine? And I'm like, well, imagine something that's not quite a chocolate beverage, but is kind of sold as one.
Yeah.
Kind of. And it's a malted thing beverage made of some grains and stuff.
No,
and,
no, you're not going to choose randomly
it was like
my locker.
And,
fuck you.
Wow. He's going to murder the shit out of you.
Yep.
Or maybe not. No, he's going to murder the shit out of you.
Yeah, no, he absolutely murdered me.
I just imagine what you need to do is get Paul Harrell to do like, and let's see what it looks like on the Raiden target, and then just watch you fall over.
Here, we'll give this a shot one more time.
We'll give it a shot one more time. We're trying to get back into the big time. But yeah, I mean, next week we'll have our Disneyland park, which is going to be really fucked up. It's going to be probably one of the most fucked up parks I ever designed, because it's going to be shoestring budget park. And you're going to start off with very little resources, and you have to try to make money and research new rides and make money out of it. And like, if you thought all the bad stuff we did before was bad, you have no idea what we can do in a theme park game with wide open spaces, which this park is going to have in droves.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make a Mines of Moria sort of horrible doom park that people are going to sing about. I can only imagine what people are gonna clip out of it after the Mr. Train Memorial Ride adventure. Mr. Train, I love that fucking lunge hop you're doing.
Oh God, no, stop.
What is this? Is this a box? I should kick the shit out of it. What if you switched boxes really quick? What if he pulled that box off and there was another box, huh?
Okay, yeah, we'll give that a shot.
How would you know? How would you know? How would you, like, he pulls off and he's like, what?
He's looking in the viewport, in the handle.
He doesn't seem to like it. Uh-oh. You need to run. You're just sitting there.
You.
Oh, damn, you can't have another box. Run! He took the box from you. You need the box back. It is very dangerous technology. Good. Excellent. CQB. All right. Will there be a Mr. Train Memorial Mr. Train? I don't know. I thought about doing a train ride that was like Mr. Casey Jones Magical Express, that like gets 800 people on a train, and it gets them going around the park at speed, and then it just goes off the rail into a pit. Like, I was thinking of making a Back to the Future ride where it actually goes off the rail at the end. The Geist is cleared, even though...
No.
That's great. Oh my god. No. That is amazing. And greetings, everyone. Greetings, Gilly Monster. Greetings, everyone. Sorry we're bad at reading chat. We had frustrating issues. But yeah, I'm going to be building a theme park that's really ruinous and wonderful in equal measure.
That should not have worked.
And we don't know when we're going to do the call to arms thing. It's just something we're throwing around as an idea. We've thrown ideas around of like, what could we do? Because we don't want to do all Metal Gear Solid. A lot of this stuff we're playing on emulators. And
Yeah, it's all
as you can see. Yeah, so we need something that's dependable. We can play in between.
Cleanser.
Right. And so the theme park madness is funny because it's constructive and it's like playing with Legos with your friends and you have a good time. And that's very nice. It's very nice to have that.
God fucking damn it.
Can you please stop getting the guards called on you? It would be very nice. Just oh no. This man is gonna Franchi you with his spaz. Oh no, Russian people wouldn't have a fucking Saiga shotgun. That would be crazy.
I assume they just found the Franchi. Like, I found an M4 just
Where?
laying around.
Where would you find a Franchi Spaz 12? Where?
Just on the ground.
They were
on the floor of the B1 strut.
No. Listen, there are a number of franchises, and the last place you could ever see a Spaz 12 in the raw was in the movie The Terminator. that was like when they came over. They were always a very rare, if not mail order gun. They were not very common. So when you see a bunch of them with them in a movie, it's because they look cool, and it's the same armory renting them out.
I'm going to get us into Strut 2.
I don't think so. I think
don't
we're
think
going to
so?
get caught. I think they're going to detect our fear, and they're going to follow us. And they're going to bite into us and take from us. They're going to suck our bones. So I was thinking that when it comes down to the fun, wacky nonsense, as we like to say in games, I think our Doomed Park will be a multi-parter. Definitely, I'm gonna set the objective. I'm actually gonna build the park out and make it a really big, handsome objective, and make it really, really big and nasty. And I'll have a lot of fun with it. I think that we'll make it fun, but. After that, the call to arms or anything else of just a palate cleanser. I mean, shit, dude. Nom Nom Galaxy, making things into soup is a very good game.
Yeah, I mean, we left the other days open with Madness Monday so that we could play whatever caught our fancy.
Yeah, I can't believe that when we did play Call to Arms and Road to Hell and stuff like that, we figured out a few things. We found out that you may think you're hot shit, but artillery is king of the battlefield. It's like, oh yeah, I bought all 800 infantry with my points, and it's like, I bought a howitzer. I will delete grid squares. So if you could create an item or a gadget for this game, a Kojima gadget for this game for Raiden to have, what would you put in there? I can think of a really few stupid ones. Ah, yes, the Strangler's back. Excellent.
They just respond really casually, like, oh yeah, Strangler's back.
Strangler's back in part 1. Strangler's back in B pillar. Just choking bitches out. Snapping necks and cashing checks, I tell you. Camera just went dead for no reason.
Absolutely
Anyways.
nobody pays attention to it.
Anyways, guys, can you walk to the edge of that, but not around the corner, and then turn around and both leave? You better shoot that guy on the left.
What was that just now?
Don't worry
What
about it.
was it? What are you going to do? He's going to call it in, and then he's going to murder you. He's going to murder you with a 12 gauge. He's going to shoot you in the face with it. Okay, Macon says the Fulton knife. Stab someone with it, and they get extracted. Like, imagine a knife that had hooked to a Fulton balloon or something, and so you stab them, they're like, ah, and you pull a rope, and they just disappear. A bullet pings off the wall, and the guy's like, what is that? What was that? The bullet that pinged off the wall. What's going on? Respond. I don't know. Sparks flying off the wall on the camera. Wonder what that could be.
I wonder what just happened in that room.
Okay, Mad Duck says if you could add one item to the game, it would be 100% be a pizza box that you could leave on the ground that the guards would pick it up and it would explode.
Okay,
All
so
right.
he's going for like James Bond shit, yeah.
Space Station 13. Yeah, Fulton harpoon gun. I like that idea. Okay, a personality chip uploader to explain how Raiden went from a beta to a cyborg edgelord. Let's see. Yeah, they said the Juggernaut says the reason they put the FAMAS in the first game is because it looked very blocky and was easy to do on PS1 graphics. All right, let's see. That is a very loud drone.
Well, yeah, it's a fucking, like, desk fan holding up an M60.
It's like a Briggs and Stratton motor, top and bottom. You just hear as it's just
Yeah,
flying around.
It's an upside-down fucking lawnmower.
All right, let's see. Let's see. The same universe as Star Trek, where the walls are filled with
You're
rocks and made
fucking
of
joking.
explodium. Oh no! What the hell happened, Raiden? What, Raiden? You
I
fall
wanna know
down.
too.
Yeah, what happened, Raiden? Oh man, I like the idea of pocket sand. Pocket sand is a good one. Yeah. Let's see. What if he had a weapon that was a like, you know, he always has something modified that's historical for no reason. They're like, oh yes,
Yeah.
the Navy SEALs used this originally, and like he has a blunderbuss, and they're like, oh yes, Captain Long John Silver used to use this when he destroyed the cod merchants off the East Coast, and you're like, what? And he's like, oh yes, it's non-lethal, and it just shoots a rock that knocks them out. So you just see a rock hit them in the head, and it makes a horrible noise, and they just lay there groaning, and they're
So-
out for the rest of the game.
Do you want to know something horrible?
Go ahead.
That's in the game. Not this game. That's in the fourth game. They have a opening of Japan era fucking modified musket that shoots emotions at people.
What?
Yes.
Can you say that again, please?
Yeah, it's Japanese modification of one of the guns that the Marines would have had when Admiral, Matthew Perry went in. But it shoots emotions now.
Hi.
Nothing here.
I smell
Where
burned
am I
toast.
supposed to go?
What?
Well, I mean, yeah.
What? But why? Like, what? Okay. That's like saying, hey, I invented a car that runs on hugs.
Yes.
You know, I'm gonna say this, and it may make me sound very petty, but as a writer, it hurts that people get away with this. I'm folding my arms. I am folding my arms right now. Harumph. Harumph, I says.
I fold my arms disdainfully, friend. No,
I got him. Send reinforcements.
no, you didn't see shit. You didn't see shit.
Send reinforcements. And you're like, no. I live in the box room now.
Of course you're standing right there looking at the fucking box.
Well, of course he is, dude.
And my
That
controller
box is
issues
weird.
have begun again.
The controller issues have begun again. We are excellent streamers for Mondays.
Oh, super, super competent and skillful. I am
We are the
down.
most competent. We're the most competent and skillful people you'll ever meet. So I'm wondering, like, what is the impetus for the suit he wears? Because it stands out, it's weird, it's alien, it's Giger-esque, and it has a codpiece. Like, what is this tactical suit? Like, what? It just looks gross.
It's a,
Like, it
it's
looks
a
like you-
pressure suit.
For what? For what pressure? His hair product? Who is that guy? Why is that guy immune to being hugged? Is that guy a super guy? Is he like not hug man?
The controller died when I was behind him.
Rabbit, you don't have to apologize for anything. I think Kojima is just in his own plane. I don't think he's any nationality at all. People say, oh, he's an example of Japanese writing. I'm like, Kojima's an example of Kojima. I've seen Japanese film and games in many ways, and I think Kojima still stands out as just inexplicably Kojima.
Yeah, he's
Much the same way-
distinctly himself.
Very much so. I've never seen another thing in film where I went, "Oh, that's Kojima." Kojima's Kojima.
I think that's everybody in here.
I wonder if we placed as among the best box-related streams. Etrigan, don't spit beer. Don't do that. Don't spill it either.
Well, now there is a question, isn't it? Oh, this is going to be absolutely fucking miserable if these controller shit doesn't stop.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
Raiden, I'm gonna call you on VHF. Did you know that I'm a commando? I was in a war. I drank Molotov cocktails every day.
Shell 2 core, the first floor.
I'm cut off from the core where I am. It's a mess here.
All right, I'm on my way to Shell 2 right now.
There are IR sensors in place on the connecting bridge between shells.
No,
1 and
IR
2.
sensor.
If you break the
Yep.
beams, the Semtex will go off.
Yeah.
How does he know that?
Thinking about that.
Target the control
Why?
units and destroy them.
Can we use radio? Can we use radio near the Simtex? Should we be using radio near the Simtex? The
At
radio?
all.
Should we be having this conversation here?
Is that headset
What?
intrinsically safe?
Why would you
I
would you
love when
place
they
it that
put
high?
Semtex on the Semtex packaging. I mean, branding's
it's
everything.
Be the control unit.
Branding is everything. Here's my question: Is why would they set up a switch that could be faulted and destroy the whole rig because of birds? That seems to be like there is a rule of thumb with evil geniuses, and the rule of thumb works like this. It's very, very simple.
Oh, that was nice.
If a child can see a problem in your plans, don't do it. Just don't do it. And yes, Depp is aware Simtex is a brand. We're talking about branding. Like, why would you put it on everything?
Every single brick. You bought the
Yeah.
Semtex brand saran wrap to wrap your blocks in, to weatherproof them, because you,
You
have
know,
such
it's-
brand loyalty.
Yeah, he's like, listen, man, I'm a Ford guy. I live in Ford brand Simtex. It's like, that's not even a thing. Man, this is like an IPSC. It's like an IDPA competition. It's like, you gotta shoot the squares, but not the blocks.
Yep.
I'm like, I can't see shit. I wear glasses. You're gonna lose.
How do I zoom again?
Squint. Just squint your eye peepers. I don't know. There's a button. There's probably a zoom.
There it is. Yeah, I gotta
All right.
hit the thing on top of there without blowing up the fucking.
Why? I don't think they ever talked about this in Special Forces school, and I don't think anyone ever set up a wire on something like that.
Well, that's yeah. That IR sensor. What does that get you? It's on
Like,
top
yeah,
of the drone. Or you're just gonna pick up a seagull and accidentally blow yourself up.
Yeah, like that's all that's gonna happen is bad times. That's a bad, like, what is this? Is this just to be weird? I mean, I understand that they're a weird military unit. They put like a roller derby dude in a giant like fat man suit, and then he
All
just
right,
rolled
fuck
around.
this. I'm gonna
and
go
was
find
like,
the PSG one.
all right, where is it? Is it back in the other shell? Because I would advise against that.
I think it's actually in the murder room.
Oh, Apocalypse Cow points it out. This is the Texas Star part of the competition. Ugh. Yeah, it's those competitions can get arduous. Like you'll think like, I'm good at shooting, and then you go shoot any of those,
And you're like, no, I'm not.
You
Turns
realize
out
that
I'm not.
I found out that I am like marginally average, like when it comes to shooting, and I just mean with training, I fall into the broad category of okay. Same as anyone with training. I am not exceptional. I'm not a magic shot. I don't have magical abilities. I can't John Wick a goddamn thing. More gunsmith than gun fu. But it's like shots like that where you see like IPSC or IDP and where guys are like shooting fucking match heads off stuff. Not literally, but you know, because it's not a competition. That's trick shooting. But still, when you see people print consistently, like postage stamps, you're like, fuck, man.
Yeah. It is. God, nothing's disheartening as being like, oh yeah, I am a professional. I shoot for a living. People's lives potentially depend on my ability to shoot. And then you go deal with those guys and you're like, oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
hey, look. Hey, Cookie Mama. How you doing? Everyone say hi to Cookie Mama. One
Hello,
of the most
Cookie.
wholesome people I know. Wrong box again, says Cookie 2K2. Well,
Fuck!
don't worry about it. It's going to be fine.
No, this is absolutely the wrong box. Fuck me. Okay.
You know, I have a question.
Oh, I got a digital camera.
I have a question, and I was thinking out loud. Okay, if for those of you who don't know out there, here's a question of chat. How many people in chat are nostalgic for school pizza? Who remembers school pizza day?
Oh, yeah.
Like, who remembers that? Like, school pizza day. Like, does anyone ever get nostalgic for it? Like, you ever look back and you remember the simple pleasures of your, like, carpet square of pizza?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your carpet square, you're just like, you're like nutrition disc, comma, pizza. And yeah. So here's the thing. If you want to experience that for real, again, you can go buy the Totino's Party Pizza. And that is literally like a double size one of those. And it's fairly depressing. I had a bite of one recently, and I was like, wow, all that nostalgia came back. And I was like, ugh. And I didn't have any. But yeah, I was like, wow, nostalgia, you can buy it, and it's gross. But yeah, I discovered that fairly recently, and I just wanted to share that with everyone. If ever they wanted to feel nostalgia for that sort of era of public school lunch, that's where you can get it. It's not great.
Situation is normal. He said so. It's all clear. was stupid.
I still lament the idea we had on the Boxcast where you know, you're just sitting there and thinking about your olive oil ration. Ugh. Imagine you have a can, right? And it's a pull top can. You're like, what ration did you got? And you're like, oh, nacho cheese. And you pull your pull top can and it's olive oil with nacho cheese flavoring in it, and you just shake it up and drink it. You hear some like grunt drinking, and he's like, oh, I gotta poop.
Yeah,
Dev's ration, 2,000 calories a can.
yeah, but it weighs like 8 ounces, man.
Olive oil and season packet. 3 packets a day will leave a man pooping. Yeah, that would solve the constipation issue with MREs. I'll say that much.
Who's there?
Okay, Asclepius says, okay, chat on pizza, shredded pepperoni or round pepperoni? That's a contention point.
I'm a round guy.
I like shredded pepperoni. I also like
Yeah?
shredded ham. I don't like the big chunks of ham because it always pulls the rest of the pizza apart.
That's fair. I like how he finds the blood spot and the drag marks. It's like, oh, no big deal.
In Space Station 13, I will tell you this much. The quickest route to getting fucking murdered is to report things you find. Don't do that. Don't be a hero. Don't get your ass shot off.
Yeah. That guy,
Like,
he
if
tried
you-
to be a hero.
If you find a bloodstain somewhere, that's none of your fucking business. That's none of your business. None. Don't worry about it. I would.
I like how they keep reminding me I have non-lethal weapons by giving me ammo for them. I am the most prolific serial killer in America at this point.
Okay, Ezekiel Rachel says had a tanker in his unit that would eat his MRE on the shitter, who said it was a time saver. Oh man, that's good.
I knew a guy who wouldn't sleep anywhere except the hood of a Humvee. Man, military's got some weird people.
I met a lady who was in Army Civil Affairs, and she said that her life was such clockwork that serious deviation caused her panic. I said, what do you mean? I talked to this lady, fascinating person to talk to, but it was like, wrote life down to Pop-Tart, what flavor every morning, no deviation. Like Terry Gilliam's Brazil for real.
Jesus
And
Christ.
I just, no, but they described every moment of their day and what tiny variations there were. Like there were allowable variations, like you could have a different sauce on your salad,
Yeah.
but there were fixed deviations, like lunch is taken at 11:35.
Mm.
And they're like, I created a job where nothing changes, and now I'm trapped in it. And I was like, good God,
That
it's
is
amazing, but
but horrific.
yeah.
So, I just got a new lethal toy. It's the Yugoslavian copy of the Milkort, because that's really common in New York.
Yeah, his choices in things are really bizarre. Because like, okay, if this was Eastern Europe, yeah, Yugoslavian copies of anything. Like if you told me, oh, it's Eastern Europe in the 1970s, and there's going to be some sort of hit or heist, and you need to do an adventure, and I need to find commonly available guns, World War II surplus and everything else, obviously still out there. But one of the ones I would point out is like, oh yeah, well, you could get the T1 Automat, which was the Lend-Lease and given away version of the M1 Thompson that we gave a fuckload to Tito's dudes.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like, it's an interesting gun, but we can look at all sorts of things like that fit. But just choosing random movie stuff is always weird.
There it is.
Oh God.
Oh, but we gotta have a phone call about it.
PSG-1 to take out the IR sensors control units. Head to the connecting bridge between shells 1 and 2.
You know what's
Thank you,
weird is
Snake.
I have about half of a PSG-1 sitting on my bench over there. And the rest is some other parts I made it work with.
Okay, you're gonna love this.
Yeah.
Guess
Oh
what this
no.
gun is? Guess.
No.
Guess.
I won't. No, I'm not. MSG 90. I don't know.
No.
I've never played no. All right, go. Just no. But the thermal scope.
Nope.
The tranquilizer
version.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Because
so
308 is
here's
notably very effective as a tranquilizer round.
oh, it's very tranquil. I mean, whatever you shoot is certainly tranquilized by the definition of ceasing to be interactive or make noise. But when it comes down to, all right, so building a PSG-1 from scratch is really expensive. I
But
started
not as
looking at the
expensive
cost of
as
that.
buying one.
Not as expensive as buying a real one. Building one's very expensive, and I talked about with Depp about the rollers and everything else that's unique about it. You know, the titanium rollers in the gun, the half moon rollers, different lockup, and all that. So I ended up making kind of a half an MSG 90 and some other stuff, and had some fun with it. PSG ones are good guns, but God, are they weird. Oh wow! Polish Drone Strike says he is sneeding in this Twink spy game.
Was that English?
It's Zoomer talk. It's
So he's bussing
some. Yes, he is doing that. He's doing the. He's doing some of that Zoomer stuff. I don't know. I'm scared.
Yeah, Polish drone strike. Hold on, let me get the manual out. Translation: no cap. Okay, we're good to go.
Excellent. So yeah, the Z7 M76 is kind of like a PSL. It's more like an RPK style receiver than an SVD style receiver, designated marksman rifle. They're all right. Not anything too big to say about them. Nothing too terrible bad either. They're all right. Polish Drone Strike says, "How dare you say that Sneed is Zoomer?" No, Sneed's feed and seed is actually an old Simpsons joke, so it would be more Gen Y as far as jokes go. But the overuse of Sneed as a meme is certainly a Zoomer, I would say. Caterham, I used to know a guy who had a Dragunov, and then he had the Chinese one, and we shot them both. We liked them; they were all right, but they certainly weren't worth the money then, and they weren't worth the money now. So they're neat, they're nice, but they're not that nice and that neat.
Again, that worked.
I can't believe that worked. You just run around with a box, man.
I'm the box ghost.
You are the box ghost. You're the strangler of, what was it, column A or something? The Stranglemans? Stranglesaurus Rex?
They
Imagine a
adopted the
T-Rex.
strangulation. I was born in it.
Imagine a movie, a Strangler movie, like a horror movie, right? But it's a T-Rex going around strangling people with his tiny little arms. And they're like, why would it do it? And they're like, they never think it was the T-Rex. They think he'd bite him. It was his way of, like, his perfect crime to get away with it. And the T-Rex is actually intelligent. No one had expected to strangle people, right? They'd expected to bite them. But it, like, goes around just strangling them. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Wait, hold on. Do I have... Yes, I have drugs. There we go.
All right, so how far would you say that is?
100 meters tops.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you something. 308 out of a PSG-1 is going to cross the zero threshold of that scope at 32 meters and 200 meters, which means you may be shooting over. If this game modeled that, which it doesn't. Just what?
There it is.
All right. There you go. Eat oats and do squats, says Polish Drone Strike. All right, that's fair.
I prefer not
That's
to
fair.
do squats.
Just do squats, man. That's all you got to do is
Oh.
squats. Just mad squats. That's how you do it.
Thighs
You know what's
on
really funny?
fire.
What's funny is if you go look at like old bad, like really really funnily bad, like workout videos and shit from the 70s and 80s. You see, those people weren't really ripped or looked good. They just moved around a lot.
Yeah.
You know, oh look, the birds are hiding that one. It's
Yep.
like they're terrorists. I knew it. I knew it.
Evidently,
Fucking
that's
knew it.
all 308 does to a fucking pigeon.
I'm gonna tell you this much: if you fucking shoot a pigeon with a 308, you will not find enough to mail home. It is going to turn into a happenstance of what might have once been. It is the past tense. It is relegated to non-existence.
Oh, yeah. And Tranquilizer 1 just puts it to sleep for 10 seconds.
You know, I'm not a medicational expert. I'm not, but I do know one thing, and that is, if you shoot a bird with a human amount of tranquilizer, I don't think that bird's gonna shake it off. I think the bird is gonna die.
I've told you that
Is-
story, haven't I?
What, tranquilizing a bird?
Not a
Or the
bird.
guppy? You know, the guppy guy is probably gonna do the guppy thing based off that story, right?
Oh, yeah, I know. I feel so bad.
Yeah. The guppy, man. The guppy story was horrifying. Like, the people who heard it on the podcast were just like, my God, not the guppies.
Yeah, no, it's awful. It is truly awful.
Like, it wasn't intentional. Like,
No.
some people are like, oh, is this intentional? It's like, no, this just happened.
It just
But
happened
like-
because we didn't buy more guppies, and you know there was a small. Do I have smoke grenades?
You know, I'm gonna just say this. Nature should have some variety in that gene pool.
Yeah, 100%. It should have. No, I do not have. Chaff grenades work?
Probably, maybe. We'll see. Oh, what's he yelling now?
Raiden, you haven't destroyed all the control units yet. Use the first-person view or the sniper scope to look around.
Use the sniper scope. Use the sniper scope to look around. Why
I
is
knew there
trivia
was
a category?
Fucky one somewhere.
Look behind the flag, maybe.
That's right.
but
It's behind the flag.
Polish Drone Strike asks, why is trivia a category of knowledge? Well, believe it or not, according to the ancient Greek school and the ancient Roman school, you had trivium, which would be the three knowledges required to be a classical scholar. And history was one of the trivium. However, because history became far less important and people turned it into a political agent, it then became trivial and the basis for that word. But actually it meant of the three main learnings that were required to be a successful academic.
Thank you,
in the
whoever
old
said
world.
that. I forgot about the flag one. Because you can't see it until you're, like, right here. Yeah, there. Only when it flaps big. Oh,
Raiden, I found us a ride. I'm all ears. One of the enemy's Kasatkas. Is it in good shape? Full tank. I'm heading for Shell 1 now. What about that Harrier?
What about that Harrier?
Teleport here. Good. I'll set this one down there then.
Can you cover the hostages? They're being held on level B1 in the core. Pliskin, you didn't happen to find any other places where hostages were being held, did you?
I can't add. I don't know what math is, but I'm going to fly this helicopter.
There's a few short of 30. One dead and several wounded.
The Kasatka's cargo area will hold 13 max.
What about the other Kasatka?
I sabotaged it. It can't come after us if it can't get off the ground. We'll have to make 2 trips.
you know, it doesn't take much to sabotage a helicopter.
Who's flown the civilian
Yeah,
models
like
before.
fill the gas tank with not gas. Or drain and oil anything.
The civilian model.
Put a screwdriver through a couple of components.
Let me introduce you to my partner, Otacon.
Otacon? Hey, Roger.
Some gravel in the intake. It'll sort itself out.
just put a whole, just take a wrench and beat the rear rotor a few times, and just wait. Just wait. Just beat the shit out of that and wait. They spool that up, and that helicopter is gonna spin.
And now this Otacon.
AKA Hal Emmerich, PhD, a Shadow Moses survivor.
Rose?
Thank you for that, robot.
Otacon both became fugitives after Shadow Moses, wanted for acts of terrorism.
An anti
Which acts?
organization.
Sinking an oil tanker in international waters? That would be private. That would be piracy, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I hate to be the well actually there, but I just.
Jack, why are you
Oh.
defending them?
Morgan Ballure says, it looks like their webcams are on the corner of their monitors. I don't know who's holding Raiden's webcam, but, you
Well,
know.
here, well,
You need something
Hey,
higher.
the deputy set up this camera stream.
Pure will.
Yeah, excellent. It, like, this would be the deputy. You have to set up the camera for, like, an interview on a serious subject, and you're like, all right, roll camera 1, and it's just the guy's hair.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Tanker 2 years ago. We even recovered Snake's body.
And the DNA test results on the body say it's him.
Jack, I know what you're saying, but Snake is dead.
Jack, I know what you're saying, but yeah,
Not even
Snake dead.
Hal Emmerich.
Who cares?
He can't be the terrorist leader behind.
Oh, here's the helicopter.
Yeah. Ah, yep, branding again. Kasatka, KA-60, on the side of the KA-60 Kasatka helicopter.
Well, as you know, everything has a roll mark somewhere.
Why all of the Navy SEALs had U.S. Navy embroidered on their balaclavas.
It helps.
It does.
Zerag says, that holds 13 human. 13 human in Kasatka.
Messenger from the Patriots.
Oh, no.
Where do I know him from?
So you're the boss around here.
No, not just around here. I'm the boss.
I do like the little Sons of Liberty flag on his collar, though. That's nice.
That is nice. How much collar can he get?
That's all the collar there is. He's got it all. That's why Raiden's got the little fucking, latex Catboy suit collar. It's because Solidus Snake there stole it.
What a pleasant surprise, brother. Save it. Work of mine. Don't say you've forgotten me. Snake.
I have so few polygons, brother. You seem to have taken them all.
Snake.
Right, take cover.
Oh no. Not the bomb.
Not the Semtex. If I did that, it took down both shells. Snake does
Yeah,
it in
but
the
not
cutscene.
him.
It's-
Stop impersonating. That's stolen valor. I'm gonna get you.
I'm a whole different game from Liquid.
That sounds like a soap commercial. It's a whole different game from Liquid.
Like, that's gotta be painful, right?
Yeah, like he does that and then you see him like die. Like it fucks his heart up. I don't know how many push-ups you do or sit-ups you do, but like a 40mm HEDP is pretty bad news.
Yeah.
Universally speaking, like it's not a be-all end-all. It's not an all universal problem solver, but it's more than nothing.
It's up there.
Snake, you're supposed to be like the best soldier that ever was. Could you like put guns in his mouth? Did I get him? No. He seems unaffected by grenade, Snake. That's a problem. All right, put 3 rounds into that engine. Pop, pop, pop.
It's a bisexual, and I hear you.
I think the term is metrosexual. Now shoot 3 rounds into that intake. Pop, pop, pop. Crash, bang.
Yeah, problem solved. Gotta suck all that muscle back in real quick so I can fit in the cockpit.
Not only that, he's got to do that, and then he's got to have a stroke.
Instant blood clot.
Yeah,
Entire
like
body.
he just dies.
It's like the guy that coughed up the blood clot in the shape of his lungs.
Ugh. Hey, I played enough War Thunder to know that doesn't work. You can't just paint a target that close with a radar.
And hit it with an AIM-9.
No, the Harrier will go no. It will go nope. You have a nose cone. You have to put that in, and yeah.
Stinger missile launcher. The Kasaka can't stand up to the Harrier. You have to shoot the Harrier down.
In this scene, Snake represents the American CIA, and Ryan is Nadine.
If you guys ever want to see a really uncomfortable end to a movie, go watch Rambo 3. The original cut of it says dedicated to the brave fighters of the Mujahideen. That never came back and bit us. But that's out there. Oh man. So, all right. So you've got this
He just threw me food. Use this.
yeah. Use food. Eat food to kill bad guys. Okay, that Aiden cannon has about, what's the word? 250 rounds in it. So, yeah. That shouldn't be hard. Alright, just paint him with a missile. Other way. Or you gotta wait till he turns around. Oh, there he is. He's on your right. He just passed over. There he is. Alright. Yeah, no. Don't aim at the friendly. That would be bad. Oh, is Snake gonna come into your shot and be like, hey, use this? Hey, you hit the Harrier. As you know, the Harrier can take dozens and dozens of missile strikes on the nose. Oh, wow. That's kind of a dick move. Alright. Like, now, again, I've played some War Thunder. I've tried to do stuff like that. The most I can do is cartwheel into mountains.
Yeah. No, the Harrier's... super duper not a very maneuverable aircraft.
No, in War Thunder, I've learned that you can fly in a straight plane, and then you pull the throttle back, and it just falls out of the sky. It does not do well.
Oh, so you mean hovering like that and firing 80 gazillion rounds out of the cannon?
Well, that's the thing, is the Aiden cannon in that, it can't do that very well. And the Stinger, as you know, like, now also, now, where did they get a Harrier? I'm wondering which Harrier model it is that has the external speaker.
Well, it looks like a Marine Corps Harrier, too. Those are Hydra 70s.
Yeah, those are good rockets. Those are great rockets, actually. I heavily recommend them. He also has some Mavericks, and I'm not sure what else. I hear that new movie's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, people have said it's a good movie. It's a good movie. People have said, man, that's a sweet fucking movie.
I believe that.
Yeah, the Harrier lump jet, Morgan, you're right. Oh, and good, because it's BPL chat. Someone found a picture of that lung clot. But yeah, remember that case. Someone coughed up that lung clot, and it was like the actual structure of the lungs.
Yeah, he did not survive.
Yeah. No, he coughed up an actual like outline of the clot, and yeah, just crazy. It was like it would be like pulling up silly putty in the shape of something. It was just nuts. All right, again, I've played enough War Thunder, and I know the Aiden cannon doesn't have that many rounds. It has enough for about bang, and that's it. That's how many burn it has. You have to measure it in that. It's kind of like when you measure shots. There's no mechanical way of doing it whatsoever. You just have to time it out.
He keeps going fast, slow.
Yeah, well, as you know, there's a throttle in the plane,
Yeah,
and
flares.
if you move it...
cluster bombs.
Yeah, you caught it. More ammo, catch. submunitions. The box will help. He's like, oh, I'm killing my own men as soon as you put that on. That would be hilarious.
It would.
I'll let you go out in style.
No.
Hey,
no,
there's something
no.
down there. There's something spinning down there.
Is it food?
In between
I
those
need
boxes. Smoke cigarettes. Be a cool guy.
food. SOCOM ammo,
yes.
yeah.
Kill him with a PSG-1.
Glad I got that,
Wow. This guy's a jerk.
yeah.
Also, he'd run out of Hydra rounds. I hate to say that, but,
Oh yeah, not all that many of those. In those 2 pods. Those are each, what,
32?
like 15?
32?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's either 16 or 32 in the pods. You know? 45 will kill any Harrier. I love where people take pictures of the, of like, where they test the collision shielding on the space shuttle.
Yes.
You know? And they take the picture of something that's been fired at hyper velocity, so it's just deformed metal at speed, and it's run liquid as it was hit. You know? And, I love that. And then they take that, and then they put under it, you know, like, 45 at 10 feet, like as the caption. You know, like 45 ACP versus hardest known steel alloy at 10 feet. And and people post that all over gun Reddits and stuff, and then people lose their fucking mind thinking that that's not real. I'll show that's not what a 45. And you just post that and watch people lose their mind. It's great.
All right. I think we
They
will
killed us.
we will beat this, and we'll call that a stream.
Let's not tempt fate.
Use this.
So, fuck, I really need that, yeah. No! God damn it! I can't ever outrun it!
What if you shoot him in the face with a sniper rifle as he comes in? Someone in chat says that can happen.
It can, but mostly only when my, fucking...
More ammo. Catch.
Hold on.
Just keep shooting. Just keep shooting. Just fill the air. Let him have it as soon as he lines up. Yep, now. Oh, fuck. Them missiles no work good.
Yeah, the
What
Stinger's
is the
only...
biggest...
Go ahead.
Well, Polish says, what is the biggest plane? Well, it was the Antov 225. Until events made that go away.
Yeah.
Why is Solidus not shooting the helicopter, Polish asks. Because Solidus is dumb. Why is his superpower making his muscles twice as big? Now, if he was like a medieval warlord, that would be like really useful. Like it really would. You would sit there and go, wow, the ability to become twice as strong, that's like bull strength in D&D. That makes sense. But like on a modern battlefield, I'm twice as strong. Well, what can you do? Well, I can use this gun less effectively because it's hard to get my arms around it now.
I'll shred you to pieces. Right. I'll take care of it.
No, you won't.
No, are you just using a grenade launcher and trying to get some rounds on him? Oh wow, that was nice. That would have sent that thing to the ground.
Yeah, fucking 40 mil HEDP.
Yeah. He's having a bad day. What we need is just a World War II bazooka at this point.
Yeah.
Try dodging this.
He's like, I don't have to. What kind of bad guy just laughs like that over a PA? I mean, usually you wait till you've captured them or something, right?
Yeah.
Ah, he says. Not
As
bad.
I pump 3 rapid-fire semi-automatic stingers into his fucking aircraft.
Imagine if that was a vessel defense. Like something came in and you had a whole cell of stingers that you could just dump a bajillion rounds through. Oh, looks like you got some fun. Ah, yes. A sewer line full of rocks and cordite. Jesus.
I'll let you go out in style.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you've been styled on? Did he get you? Did you go out in what he considered style? Do you
No.
feel as though that this is a styling combat?
Two aim 9s pointed at me. It's
Well,
not.
yeah. I think they're more AMRAMs, but it's still that, you know, they can track you.
Yeah, at all.
I'm going to say this. Yeah, the AIM-9 is not a smart missile, as people think. No, he yells. Now, when the plane starts making smonk like that, I'll tell you this much. You need to check the oil. It is when the light comes on, you know the plane is low on good juices.
Yeah.
And the reason those missiles are flying so slow is probably because he got this Harrier and the missiles discount because they're 40 years old and have been in a crate.
Yeah.
So he's like, I bought all these missiles. And I'm like, well, the Thiokol Corporation says that fuel's good for 20 years in those things. And he's like, nonsense. And he gets in it and it just breaks. He's like, oh no, maintenance is real. I learned a lesson today.
I'll take care of it.
Will you though, Snake? You keep saying that, and it's still not true.
Yeah, man, that Harrier is rolling coal.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, just some guy sitting there spitting dip. He's like, oh man, he's going up there rolling coal. Yee. There was an explosion.
Yeah.
He seems to be not a very good pilot. And I'm saying this is probably one of the worst pilots in War Thunder.
Well, he's not piloting its van.
Okay, well, you should not let your vampire LARP friends fly like your jets. I'm just saying that. If you have a jet, like you should probably get professionals to fly your jets.
Yeah.
Not like your vampire LARP friends, right?
That's a lot of smoke.
I'm just thinking. It's a lot of smoke. It's a healthy amount of smoke, but this is a hickory. This is a hickory variant, you know, lightly smoked. It's very fragrant.
More ammo. Catch.
So the Patriot stole his body, but apparently not his brain. They're like, well, we'll give this man the body of the best special forces commander we ever had. And they're like, oh, excellent. What about his brain? And they're like, some guy. We blew the budget on the body, really. Well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll teach him very well. What kind of scream would I make if a stinger hit my Harrier? It would be like, why am I such a dumbass? That's the scream I would make.
What kind of way did I fuck this up? I just spin kicked my way out of damage from that. I gotta go get that food.
You need that food.
No,
It's the olive oil.
give me my food.
Oh god. Cyberpunk 2020. The Harrier food baron is back. He's angry you've stolen his olive oil and flavor packet.
Come on, there's some angle that hits that fucking thing.
No, these are the grenades that go 4 feet. They are literally thrown by springs. They're made by Nerf.
It is actually more efficient to just hit them on the fucking floor and throw them yourself. There we go. We beat it.
Missiles for food!
He took my eye. Well, you took my heart.
Oh, that's too bad.
There's something coming up.
Oh no. It's Thing.
It's the
Thing.
Myrtle Gur.
It's Mortal Gore. He is here to stomp, and he grabbed plane for later.
You're telling me that gear is made of metal? What's he standing on?
Wow. The ocean.
Alright, I just wanted to be sure.
Well, dude, he has ocean power. And super weapons. Wow. Little bombs going off everywhere. Tiny bombs. Little bitty. Pew. All
Teeny
right.
tiny bombs. What are we looking at?
Teeny little. What if that was just a thing that people could do in this setting? Like, for no reason. Like, Raiden just made his muscles twice as big and ran up that thing. And then, like, Snake made his muscles twice as big and then gave his speech. Like, everyone does it. Like, Rose calls you and her muscles get twice as big before she gives advice. Like, that's just a thing characters do in this show. Like,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
random. It's like, what's that lizard that, like, shoots its little neck thing out? It's like, ah! Because they never really explain it other than he has a big power button. Really. They're like, nanomachines, power button. Yeah, Diggs says it's only wet like 25 feet down. Beyond that, the ocean's pretty solid. They don't want you to know that.
No,
They just don't want you to know that. No.
He's still got the bullet hole in his head. Nice.
What Space Station 13 do you suggest to use as white noise? Any, man. Any you wish, sir. Any you wish.
Do you have it? Building better breakfasts is good.
Oh, building. Well, that was when they were into. Oh no, I forgot about this.
Oh yes.
He's Morbin.
I do
He's
like the
Morbin.
little plat, 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 plat frog noise as he runs across the water. That's nice.
He activated his super muscles so he could run on the water. There you go.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone move that fast in jeans. Like, that's the most impressive part.
Dude, he's got superpowers.
The old guy's not gonna drown in the Harrier without a cockpit. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Raiden, you all right?
Yeah.
Oh, the blue gentleman points out it's a baby burb and it caught its first catch. It confused that Harrier for food.
Yeah.
The president.
So tragic. America's waste.
Can I ask you something?
What?
Are you
Diggs points out, I likes how it jumped off the water to dive in the water.
There's still too many things I need to do.
Yes, it did.
You're a legend, and that's why I need to ask you this.
Legend. A legend is nothing but fiction. Someone tells it, someone else remembers. Everybody passes it on.
I'm here because I was assigned to this mission, not because I want to.
I was here because my girlfriend told me I need to be more of a man, so I came out here and called her every 8 minutes. Ugh. Raiden, stop. Don't talk about operation secrets with strangers. He's a stranger, Raiden. They go over this in spy school. Don't talk to strangers. You don't know him.
He and Snake are identical on the genetic level.
Liquid?
A deception, for our own protection. We stole his frozen body from some organization. Kind of a hassle, though.
From some organization. One of the only known human clones in the world.
For a non-profit
Stole it,
organization
nobody's,
that is advocating a cause, yes.
noticed it
The
yet.
cause happens to be the eradication of Metal Gear.
We work
Oh, the eradication of a thing. So you two guys are going to try to undermine an industry that is mass producing weapons. Well, that's
Yes.
interesting. How are you going to do it? We're gonna sneak around and take pictures.
We have a
Ah,
responsibility to the coming generation
good. Good.
to keep track of the mistakes we've made as a species.
We need to remember, to spread the word, to fight for change. and that's what keeps me alive.
All right, this is a bit heavy.
Not as
Oh, it gets heavier.
What you do isn't grassroots.
Oh yeah, we got to do a hydrate, I guess. I forgot.
Well, hydrate.
But our group, Philanthropy,
All right, done, and done. But no, it's like,
developed here.
why are you docking? It's radio. This is V8. You're like 7 miles away. Anyone with anything can hear you.
No, for the first time, they are like within line of sight because they're just on the helipad behind me. So this is a one time this would work.
We're here on our own.
You could boost VHF maybe through some of this, but like everyone would hear it. Like, and I mean everyone. Like everyone on their personal radio would be like, "What is this bleeding over? Why does it sound like people talking at room level in the next room?" And I'm like, "Well,
And I know I need to stay stronger.
Say a prayer for me, Rose, so I can come back.
You will.
Prayers aren't gonna help. They literally stole your blood, man.
Remember.
That means a lot. to
dude,
me.
they didn't steal blood." When he signed up for the job, there was like a little box, and it was like, "Can we make clones and stuff?" And he's like, "Yes." If you want to get paid, you got to fill that out. It's next to the direct deposit check box.
No, he said they stole his blood. They've replaced it with synth blood, which is why he absorbs
Metal Gear's
bullets.
already gone active.
That's fair. That's fair.
You can still prevent a nuclear strike by securing the president and preventing password confirmation from taking place. Get to the president. He's in the core section of Shell 2.
I'm checking the satellite images. Looks like you can get to the core.
Ah, yes, the satellite. Because that's overhead right away and available. No problem.
The only
Yeah,
vital
Jack
part
says
of
it's people role-playing on ham radio.
just now doesn't make
Oh
sense.
yeah, this is like a radio play. Like everybody in New York is really confused that they're hearing this.
Monitoring the codec calls.
It's
Yeah.
Modern War of the Worlds broadcast.
Yeah, nobody knows really what's going on.
Down with him.
Why do you say that?
I mean, Morgan says their IT guy really hates their... Is it Morgana? Have I been, like, calling some chick a dude? Sorry. I just glance over, and I'm like, Morgan! There, done.
Calm down.
Sometimes I don't know how to read
We're
people's
out
names.
here. We die.
Even if that is Snake,
Ugh.
that has no bearing on your mission.
Colonel, you and Snake used to be on the same side.
Once.
I don't understand. I read about you and Snake in the Darkness of Shadow Moses.
I don't give a damn what that piece of trash said. Do you get me?
Wow. That's uppity. You can't talk about
Yep.
that.
Big words from the Colonel. So, all right, we are. We're probably gonna end it there.
Don't worry about it, man. We can do some pull-ups. We can get that grip. We can get them rations.
Got to get that grip.
Yeah, you got to get that grip to where you can just hang out for when the controller dies, right?
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, man. This sounds rather serious. Oh. Well, bye, Raiden. Remember, it's only 25 feet deep.
If
Unless you
that.
push off it.
When you push off it, that's when the trapdoor opens and you you can
Yeah,
dive into
no.
it. So we'll try the intro again as an outro. So
That sounds like a
everybody
good
can
one.
see it now that I've corrected the issue.
Oh, all right. That sounds good. That way I can watch the whole thing.
Yeah, not just the top quarter of it.
That sounds wonderful. Yeah, let's watch this outro. It's really nice.
All right, see you guys.
That gets